champion of the world. From Omaha, Nebraska.
In favor of the winner, remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport.
The fight is over. Canelo gets the knockout. T. Wilder has eradicated Dominic Brazil. He is the Jermel Charlo. And there they are, ladies and
Yo, you know what this is, man. It's your favorite channel, man. This CTB. This is Chin Tub Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say what up to him, man.
What's up, everybody? Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing.
That is a fact, most definitely. This is the place where the fight fans come to get delicious entrees of boxing knowledge. What's on the menu for today, bro?
Fight prediction. It's fight week. Charlo versus Brian Castano.
Oh, man, let's stir him up, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, man, it's fight time, man. It's time for Charlo to realize his dream of being undisputed champion at 154 pounds. He's been chasing his dream now ever since his brother left the division to move up to 160. So now he's one belt away and really only a few days away to possibly realizing his dream of being a rare occasion unified champion, undisputed champion. So let's talk about it, man. Let's break down each fighter, man. Starting with Castano. What's some of the strengths that you see he has that he could take advantage of against Charlo?
I think Castano's strength is his work rate. I think he has a great work rate. I think also he also has a good chin. And I think if he wants to win this fight, he's not going to outbox Charlo, but I think he can outwork him, because Charlo has a habit of trying to take people's heads off and trying to catch him with that one shot. So if he's more active and more busy, and he's staying inside on Charlo, and he's working him, and even if he's not landing clean shots, if he's just staying busy and just winning rounds, I think he can pull off the win. So I think that has to be his strength, is to be busy, to make it an ugly fight, the high volume punching for each round, and try to steal those rounds, especially early on. Because I think if he gets Charlo down early, Charlo is known to get frustrated and start really loading up on shot and to get out of his game plan. So I think if he can get up early and do that, I think he has a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Castano has to be a quick starter. He has to be a fast starter. He has to come in there hungry. I'm gonna use his hunger as a strength. I think he has to come in there and fight off that underdog stigma. Like, he has to go in there and know that he's not gonna win, like, without trying to either, like you said, he's not gonna outbox Charlo. So you're gonna have to either bang with him and bang responsibly with him. So you're gonna have to go in there and show his heart, man. Like you said, he has a good chin. He has a hell of a chin. He's a decent fighter. He's straight up and down with really no special effects. But at the same time, he is an awkward fighter, which also can be used as his strength. He can be really confusing in there if he wanted to be. And he just has to go in there and use his hunger and his dog in him to try to out hunger and out dog Charlo, which is a hard task, man. Speaking of Charlo, man, what's some of the strengths you see that Charlo has that he can take advantage of using against Castano?
I think that Charlo needs to not try to get this guy out of here fast, because to me, Castano's a tough guy, and he's mentally tough. So he's gonna have to systematically break down Castano, because he's not gonna be able to get him out there in a round or two, unless he catch him with like a perfect shot, like he get it his Lubin or something. But this guy, I think it's gonna be a fight where he's gonna hit this guy with a good shot, and he's still gonna be sitting there. And I think I'm curious to see how Charlo's gonna react to that, because to me, Charlo was a bully. He's a bully, with Harrison. He was a bully with Lubin. He was a bully with Zaro. And when he started hitting those guys, you could see it in their face and in the way their body language. They didn't like it. I think Castano is so mentally strong, he can play it off and he's gonna still be in his face. So I just think that Charlo needs to be patient, box, break him down slowly, wait till the later rounds if you're trying to get him out of there, and realize it's a 12-round fight and that he don't have to come out there out the gate and try to take the guy head off. Because I think it's gonna take a bunch of rounds to really wear this guy down before the fight if he can try to end the fight.
Yeah, I agree, man. His strength's gonna have to be his experience on top-notch fights, because this is really Castano's first fight at this level. So I think this is Charlo's experience at that level is gonna be like paramount to beat this guy. To be honest, like you said, he has the better jab in this fight. He gonna have to use that jab and had to keep the man in his stick, and he gonna have to be smart. Cause like you said, some of them shots you land on Castano, it might not get him out of there. He's gonna be there for you. So you gotta look to put them together and look to stay on that stick. You know what I'm saying? Possibly do like he did Rosario and land some of them straight jabs to the body to keep that space. You know what I mean? He gonna have to do that, which Charlo's more than capable of doing, and he's proven that he can do. So he's gonna have to do what he just basically have to be Charlo, man, to do his best impression of himself. All right, what's some of the weaknesses you see of Castano, man, that Charlo will most definitely take advantage of?
I think one of his weaknesses is that he's more of a basic fighter. He doesn't have any like explosiveness or something that's gonna shock you. He's just a guy that's gonna come to work. He's gonna work hard. He's gonna be high value. He's gonna try to outwork you. He's got a lot of heart, and it's not gonna be anything that's gonna surprise you. So he's kind of basic, but he's basic in a good way because he's a well-rounded fighter. So I think that to me that's his weakness.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna add kind of how great Charlo the strength edge with the experience. I'm gonna give him the weakness edge on experience. This is his first time fighting on this level. I think the only fight he had close to this level was a Lara fight, in which he had a draw in, I think. So, and to me, Charlo is steps above Lara at that stage. Lara kind of got older and a little longer than Tooth. So, to me, this is not only his biggest step up, but it's a large step up. It's like a huge step up. But it's a step up that he had to take. So hopefully that hunger in him will be enough to close that gap a little bit and make it a close fight. But that is a big weakness to have in a championship fight of this magnitude, is the experience level. All right, what's some of the weaknesses of Charlo that he can take advantage of?
If I would say the weakness of Charlo is, like I said before, it's just being impatient. If he don't rush things, he'll be fine. But Charlo he's a very emotional guy, and when you a fighter, being emotional can be a bad thing. You know, because sometimes you can get outside your game plan. You got to keep your emotions in check and stick to the game plan. And I think sometimes he gets emotional. You see it outside the ring, but I think he also gets emotional inside the ring. And also looking ahead, because Castano, even though I think he's a very good fighter, and I think a lot of people just don't know about him, he may not look at him the same as he looked at a Rosario or Lubin or those type fighters. He may be overlooking this guy and think that this may be somewhat of a cakewalk. Which I'm telling you now, it's not going to be a cakewalk. So I think those are two things that could be the weakness for Charlo.
Yeah, I agree, man. He might make the same mistake his brother did when his brother fought Montiel. People will now criticize Jamal Charlo for not even struggling with Montiel, just more so making it a more physical fight than he thought he should. Even though his hand was broken, he showed that his hand was broken in that fight. Montiel wound up being tougher than expected. And you can kind of tell that Charlo kind of underestimated and was looking past Montiel. So Jermell Charlo, he can't do the same thing. He has to learn from his brother's mistakes, which could be a weakness if he doesn't. Like you said, Charlo is very emotional, and he could be looking over him the same way his brother was, and going here and wind up being a tougher fight than expected. And we have to see how he react to that, man. How he react to being in a war without preparing for a war mentally. You know what I'm saying? If you go in there thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, and really his last couple of fights been cakewalks almost, except for the Harrison fight, then that could be a weakness in my eyes. But here we go, man. It's prediction time, man. Who do you see becoming the 154 super welterweight champion of the world?
I think this is going to be a very interesting fight. I think a lot of people are counting Brian Castano out because they don't know who he is. But I think it's going to be a kind of tough fight for Charlo. I think also there's a factor too is that I think he's going to have a lot of confidence because he has a great amateur background. A lot of people don't know he beat Earl Spence at amateurs, Castano, and he beat a couple other guys that was well known today. So I think he's carrying that confidence. I think he thinks he really can win this fight, and I think the first half of the fight is going to be interesting because I think when Charlo is hitting him and getting those good shots, I think he's still going to be in Charlo's face and he's going to be ready to fight. I just think that the second half of the fight, even with him being so strong mentally and tough, I think it's going to start to break him down. And I think it could go to a decision, but I'm going to lean towards a late stoppage because I think Castano has too much heart and he's going to stay right in front of Charlo. And I think Charlo hits way too hard for anybody at 154 to stay in front of him for 12 rounds. So I'm going to go with a late stoppage around the 11th round.
I got to stop it a little earlier than that. I got Charlo winning. In the middle rounds. I say between the fourth and maybe I say fourth and seventh. I don't see it going past 7 for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I think he's going to be there to be hit. I just think he's going to be there, and I think Charlo going to load up, and Charlo going to keep trying. If he don't get them out of there the first round, Charlo not the type of person to take a round off on trying to knock somebody's head off. He's going to try to knock your head off every round, and I think eventually he's going to catch him. What you about to say?
As far as styles, this is going to be a very entertaining fight. So
yeah,
even though Castano is not very well known, their two styles is made for action-packed fight. So don't miss it on Saturday.
But people forget, man, Charlo actually can box too. A lot of people are used to Charlo banging, but people forget that Charlo has one of the best jabs at that weight, if not the best jab at that weight class. So he can jab and put that stick on you if you want, and the stick hurts. Like he has a very, very strong jab. He stopped Rosario to the stomach with the jab. So just the tools, man. He has too many tools, I feel, and he's gonna get Brian out of there. I think he's gonna get Brian out of there early. I think because the step up is gonna be too much for him at this level, and it's gonna pay. I mean, I don't want to say he took this fight for a payday, but it kind of at this point it is. I don't see no way Charlo can lose this fight. I'm being honest. I don't even know the odds of this fight, but I wouldn't, even with the odds being favored in Charlo's position, I still want to make a bet against it, to be honest. But you know I am with my picks. Huh? I'm
gonna check it out. If Charlo is like a 3-1 or under, I may throw $100, but I think it'll be I think I feel good about getting 35. I might throw a little bit on it.
No, I
can't. In Charlo favor. I wouldn't take.
Okay.
But I mean, even though if you bet $100, you'll get only like 35, 40. But I feel confident that he's gonna win. So
I'm talking about throwing money on Castano. If Castano,
no, I ain't throwing no money on Castano. No,
it could be you bet $1, you win $1,000. I still want to put that dollar on the line. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't see it happening. But you got anything else you want to add to this topic, man?
No, that's all.
With that being said, man, it's your favorite channel, man. It's CTB. It's Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Cut him out of here, man.
All right, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. Tell your mother about it, brother about it, sister, father, aunt, co-worker. Let's keep this channel growing, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you. Logo at the bottom of the screen. Just click on it and hit the subscribe button. But most of all, God, peace, and love, and we out of here.